so much stuff on the ground. Like, you would not believe how much stuff I just dropped on the ground. And I'm going to replay this. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I just finished work. I'm going to upload this video as a, I'm going to upload this live as a video for later for anyone else who doesn't come on here, which is totally fine. I'm just doing these live because it's much easier for me to just like word vomit and then post straight away. And it's also really daunting trying a different kind of video because it keeps me on my toes. Wow, look, my hair looks really curly right now. Damn, okay. Side note, look how disgusting my hair is. I'm going to be honest. Actually, I think this is one of the questions, what I wish I prepared for. I wish I prepared for how bad my hair was going to get. Because, like, my hair never used to be like this. Look how, like, dry and, like, frizzy and disgusting it is. And that's, like, I mean, it's not clean right now, but, like, even if I wash it and put treatment in, like, it's disgusting. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with the, like, the water. I don't know, something about the water. My friend knows, but I think I need to get a new shower head to, like, get rid of the minerals or something because, yeah, my hair is going terrible. And we actually just cut Stefan's hair and his is also going quite gross as well. Like, he already has kind of frizzy curly hair and now his is like getting worse as well. So we just cut that the other day because it was like getting out of control and disgusting. So I'm actually getting really hot now. It's this weird time of year where like it gets cold and then you put the heater on and then you get really hot. But I lost my train of thought. Yeah, actually the houses here in Canada, well, I mean only the units that I've lived in, but I'm assuming like all of them, are like really well insulated so that they literally don't get cold. Other than like when it's really cold, obviously like you keep the heater on. But even without the heater, like the houses stay really, really warm. And I'm honestly like, I've never felt uncomfortable in this house, like ever like felt cold. Whereas like back home in Australia, always wake up like freezing, like, you know, when it's really, really cold. And yeah, like near the end of when I lived at Adelaide, I had a heater, so life wasn't too bad. But most of my life, I didn't have a heater back home, and it was like always the house is so cold. But here, never. Like you never feel like that. Like the flooring doesn't get that cold, considering like it's actually freezing outside. So it's really good. And then yeah, each little unit has a little heater in the bathroom, the dining room, and the bedroom. So it's like, it's very nice. We very well looked after, but yeah, it is kind of getting like, I'm kind of hot, but kind of like cold as well. So yeah, I'm a bit all over the place. Basically, I want to, but I've had to write them down in like shorthand notes because I obviously can't go on my phone right now. So I'm going to try and like go over my own notes, but I'm probably going to get lost. So it might not come out so well, but we're going to try. So something that's actually on my mind first, and is a question that I got asked, I haven't replied to in a comment, but I've been asked when we should get our gear. So obviously coming over to Canada, especially if you're like from Australia or the UK, you can obviously, like, we have winter jackets and stuff at home, right? And we have snowboarding stuff and all that at home. However, I do recommend getting most of your gear over here, especially if you're working for the mountain, like working for Whistler. I can't say for any other ski resort. I can only say for like our ski resort. But if you work for the mountain, for the ski resort, you get why is my weight really shaky? You get 40% off retail, which is like really, really good. Obviously things are still, you know, a couple $100 because a lot of the winter gear here is made out of Gore-Tex and made out of like really good quality material, so it'll last you a long time and it'll keep you really warm. So it is still like a couple $100. I would budget that in. I have a video that explains what the costs are, like maybe I'll put it somewhere if I can work out how to. But yeah, there are a lot of winter things that you need. Maybe not straight away. You can definitely come here and like work your way up. I've said this before, like definitely get like a good winter jacket. Like once you get a good winter jacket, you're sorted for a little bit. And then like after that, you want to think about, you know, like gloves and beanies and like your actual like snowboarding or ski gear is very, very expensive because there's like there's a lot of parts to it. But yeah, we do get a discount here, which is really good. Vancouver does have a lot of good stuff. And if you like shop around, definitely you can like find some really good stuff and maybe discounted stuff as well. Like especially right now, if you're in Canada already. I don't know if this is everywhere. It must be. Like we do like a turkey sale, so a lot of like last season's winter gear will go on sale for really cheap. So that's when we bought like our like little thinner winter jackets last season, which was good. And I bought my snowboard during that sale as well. And then yeah, so if you don't have any winter gear at all, like imagine you're coming from Australia and you have like basically nothing. I personally, this is what I would do. Like this is my own opinion. This is not a fact. So just like take that, you know, take it as that. But if it was me, and this is what I actually did anyway. So I would not bring any of my stuff over. Like maybe like some hoodies, if you have some like really nice hoodies that you enjoy, or like a nice jacket or something that you enjoy. But I would not bring anything, and I would get stuff here because a lot of the stuff in Whistler is like super cool, like super, super cool. Really cool designs, like really comfy, depending on like your style, and you can buy some really cool stuff. So what's going to happen is you're going to either buy stuff in Australia or like have stuff and bring it over, and then you're going to find really cool stuff here and then buy that, and then you're going to just have so much stuff and you're probably not going to wear your old stuff. So like treat yourself, come here with some money, know that you're going to spend that money on your winter gear and buy, like kit yourself out, look super cool, like, you know, beanie and like jacket, because your jacket is going to be like your identity, let me tell you that. So I mean, usually personally, like this is my personal style, usually you'll have like a winter jacket that you wear to work or like out, and then you'll also have your snowboarding jacket. So those two things are really going to like determine who you are. Well, not really, but like people recognize you from your jacket. So, and also like you can match your jacket with your snowboard too. So you can have a lot of fun with it. And I think, yeah, 100% actually no. Yeah, like just definitely buy it here. If you haven't got your snowboard yet, assuming you're a snowboarder, you want to match your board and your boots and your bindings and your jacket together. Like roughly. Stefan, I'm on an actual live, so don't, just know that, do not like live. And there's 4 people watching you right now, so just be warned.
Who are the 4 people?
I don't know.
Why don't you give those 4 people a shout out?
No, because I'm filming this for later so I can upload it. Anyone who's here right now, this is just like you're just extra special. We're getting to see it in the moment, but this is really for later. Okay, bye. So I think that's all I got to say about winter gear. Yeah, definitely buy it here. And yeah, buy from our stores that you get 40% off in, which you'll find out when you get here. So yeah, oh my god. Okay, on to the next question. Are you coming out here? Do you want me to go in there?
Stay there.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of embarrassed now. And my thing's falling over. Why am I so shy? I've literally known him for like my whole life. Okay, next question that I got asked is what, like this girl, right? She's got all of her, she's got her POE, she's got her visa sorted, but now she's curious about the process of the actual getting your, like going to immigration and getting your work visa, which is like completely understandable why she would be wondering about this, because I felt the same way. Like I was really nervous about the actual getting the visa. Something I did to like combat those nerves was just I read like a lot of I'm losing my voice. I read a lot of what's called arrival experiences. So on the IEC working holiday Facebook group, a lot of people put their arrival experience, and they'll list when they got their, like, went in the pool, when they got their visa, when they went, like, where they're traveling from, like how the flight was, and then which airport they flew into, and then like everything that happened at immigration. So they talked about how long it took them to wait, like how the border officer was to them, like what questions they got asked, what documents they got shown, anything that happened. A lot of people share their experience. So I found those really, really helpful. I just went back and read heaps of those, and that all I was going to say is, like, that was probably like my biggest advice, is just to keep reading about people's arrival experiences, keep reading about the documents that you need to bring. The more you can, like, familiarize yourself with those documents and with that terminology and, like, with the whole process, it's going to make it seem much less daunting, I feel like. But in summary, what happened with us is we had our POE, we had, like, little folders with every single piece of document that you could need for the IEC. So it's all the original documents that we used to get the visa. It's like police certificate, all that. Then you have to show your proof of funds from has to be within the last 7 days, your health insurance, POE, like that's obviously the POE is most important. Like, I can't remember, it's on the website though very clearly to see, and I have a video on that, on the important documents. But definitely go through that list, make sure you definitely have all those things. That's the most important. And then after that, it's pretty easy. It's just more like a bit daunting because it's in the airport and it's like with the customs agents, and they're like just not very nice. But basically when we first landed in Vancouver, if you don't want to hear about our experience, just like skip ahead. Well, not you guys right now, but future you guys. Basically we flew from Sydney to Vancouver, and when you first get to Vancouver, anyone that's coming in from international has to go through customs first, so everyone has to do that. You basically go to a little machine, scan your passport. I literally just did this the other day, so it's very fresh in my mind. You scan your passport, and then you say like where you're traveling from, if you're carrying like anything that you're not supposed to, and then you get like a little slip and with your photo on it, which is like really embarrassing because you've just got off like a really long flight and you look terrible. So you have that, and then with that and your passport, you go around in a little line, then you go up to a customs dude or lady, and you hand them your passport and your slip, and then they will ask you like certain questions. So they might be like, why are you traveling to Canada, like why are you here, basically. And when you're here to do your visa, you need to say that you're here to activate your work permit. So then he will say, they might ask you questions. Can't remember if mine did then, like I think they said like, where are you working, or do you have a job, or like something like that. So again, be honest, like if you have a job or whatever, just be like, yeah, I'm working for like Whistler, like work for Whistler. And then he said, mine was a guy, but it could be a guy or a girl. My guy said, okay, like you need to head to immigration. So then you go through, and basically there's like baggage, your luggage claim or whatever, and then on the right is immigration, and there's like a little waiting area, and then you drop off your luggage, which is a bit weird. Like you just leave your luggage, like you just leave it. You just leave everything that you own, you just leave it. So that's super weird. But anyway, you drop off your luggage, and then with your passport and your POE, and you still got that slip somewhere, but don't worry about that right now. Or maybe still worry about that. I really don't know. But definitely your POE and your passport. And like we went up to this lady who was standing there. She was a bit mean to us because I didn't have something that she wanted. Or maybe I had too much. I don't know. But she was just like, we only need your POE and your passport. I was like, okay. There's no need for that, but okay. So I got that ready, and then she's like, it's going to be like a certain wait time when you get in there. And I'm like, okay. And like, yeah, there was a bunch of chairs. That's right. There was a bunch of chairs, and we sat down. I was like, cool, this doesn't seem too bad. There's like 7 people. This is fine. And then once you like get called up, you like go into this room, and there's like a huge room, and there's heaps of seats, heaps of people waiting, and then there's there's like a customs agent right at the front of the door, and you give him your passport and POE, and you just say like you're activating your IEC working holiday visa, or like just whatever. It doesn't really matter, because they I can see your comment, hello. And then they just take your passport and your POE, and then you go sit down, and then there's a bunch of like immigration officers like sitting in booths like in front of you, and there was a lot of people in there, so we were like ready to stay in there for quite a while, but I think it was definitely less than an hour. It wasn't long at all. So then someone like calls you up, and we went up there, and he gave us our work permit. So they take your POE and they say give you a work permit. It's like a nicer little document. It's got your name and a bunch of stuff on there. It says when your work permit's like active from, so it'll be the day of that you go there, and then it expires 2 years after. You have to make sure that it's like the date is correct. Definitely do that, because if the date is wrong, which can happen, it's really hard to change if you leave the airport. Like you can only do it if you go back to the airport within a few days. Like if not, it's like, I don't even know how you fix it. So definitely check that at the time, because if you can say, oh, hey, it's meant to be 2 years, and they'll say, oh, good, and they'll go change it. So check that, check your name is spelled right, and then check that it says open work permit, because like you can, so that you can work anywhere, because there are closed work permits and we don't want to do that. So yeah, it is a little daunting, but the best thing, like I said, the best thing that you can do is just like research and read a lot of stories, and like watch videos like you are now, and just get familiar with the process, so that like you're, number one, you're prepared, because I think the more prepared you are, the easier, like the more seamless the whole thing is, because like you're ready for what the dude's gonna ask you, and like you've got your papers ready that you need to have ready, and like that's the most important thing. Where I'm really losing my voice. Stefan, how did you find the immigration office when you went there?
Easy. Closed my eyes and got me going to do it all.
Yeah, luckily we went together, because Stefan like literally knows nothing. So yeah, that's another good thing to point out. If you're like got a partner, you usually do everything together, like with the immigration and with the customs and all that. So that's all about. Someone asked me another really good question that like me and Stefan just kind of tried, and I feel like I didn't really have many answers to. I think by the time I start talking about it, more things are going to come out and it'll like make more sense. But somebody asked me what I didn't write the full thing down, but basically she said, like, knowing what you know now after coming to Canada and doing a working holiday, what do I wish I prepared for before I came? Like basically what I wish I knew before, which I do have a video on, but I'll just summarize some things that's and specific to people that own a house. Is right now we rent our house privately, like I'm the landlord, and it's worked out really well, but definitely like it could have easily not worked out very well for us, because when we first left, we had someone in the house and like we thought it was going to go great, and then it didn't go great. And then luckily this person that we got like was really great, and he's been really great ever since. Like he's been in the house almost the whole time, and like that was a huge blessing, because if he hadn't been good, it just would have been bad. And like every time that when that first person moved out, I had to like get my friends to help me, and I had to get my brother to help, and had to spend money on things, and it was like not ideal. And yeah, like I said, I'm lucky that it only happened once. Sorry, I can't talk anymore. It only happened once, and then since then it's been really, really good. But probably it would have made more sense for us to like budget in for us to just have a land. I think that was probably the better way to go, just so that we don't have to worry at all. The thing that was holding us back from that was because the landlord was obviously a landlord. Is that what I'm trying to say? A real estate agent. It was going to obviously cost money and we didn't like, yeah, at that time we thought it would be fine doing private. Yeah, I think I would like to explore having a real estate agent in the future, especially now. I feel like we have all of our house budgeted really well. Like we know how much those are going to cost every year because we've had to do it now like 2 times. We had to do our tax return with our house being like rental income. That's been totally fine. So a lot of it has been has worked out really well, considering like I know nothing about renting out a house. Like I had to do all that basically on my own. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm doing it right. I'm honestly just winging the shit. But I made like little rent sheets and tax sheets, and like, yeah, do my own tax return and do my own like, yeah, communicating with my tenants. And yeah, like I said, it's been really good because he's amazing, and like I'm so glad he is. I could talk about him forever, but yeah, probably better to have a real estate agent and factor that into the rent. But it is what it is. I'm too far gone now. Something else I wish I prepared for. Oh my God. Stefan actually came up with this, which like that's really great of him that he got involved. He said that basically he thinks it's really important before you come to Canada, before you do a working holiday, or before you come to Whistler specifically, that it's really important that you set some clear intentions of what you want to get out of the experience, which I think is really good. I think when I decided to come to Canada, that was when I'd been at my work for 5 years. Stefan had been at his work for 7 years and was coming up to his long service leave and was like at the end of that journey. And I was kind of in a bit of limbo with my job. I was like not really sure on the future that I had there. And then my friend was looking into doing a working holiday, and then like I'd always talked about doing a working holiday, but then had talked about doing moving to Canada, but like never really knew too much about working holiday. And then when my friend started looking into it, like he was showing me stuff, and I was like, wow, this is actually like something that I can really do. And the timing was like just coming good because when we were deciding was like the end of 2021. And yeah, basically with work, something happened that I was like, yeah, this is a sign. Let's freaking go. And Stefan, Stefan's commenting on the chat. That's so embarrassing. Anyway, the reason that I was coming was that I wanted to like have a new experience and really like see if I have like different identity, I guess, and try something new and try something a little bit scary, and also to travel because obviously at that point we had gone to America once, and America from Australia is very expensive, very long. Like if you're going on a holiday to America, you need to factor in like a couple of days for the time difference and like everything like that. So you can't really just like go back and forth to America. It's got to be one big trip, and it's really hard to get like that much time off as well. So yeah, that was something that we knew we wanted to come back to America, and we were like, how can we do this without like, you know, it ruining our life? And it was going to work out really well. That obviously in Whistler we're so close to America, and we're really close to Seattle, which is cool. We went to Base Canyon last year and literally drove there. Like we literally drove to a festival. Like, are you serious? And we drove to Shambhala as well, which is really cool. And yeah, so my kind of intentions were that we were definitely gonna stay for more than a season. We were gonna do whatever job, because the job was not really important. We were gonna like have fun. Definitely weren't considering any partying or anything like that. We're just gonna like have fun, travel, and didn't really have too clear of intention for like snowboarding and stuff. I wanted to, but I knew I'd be bad at it. And Stefan, I don't think like really had any intentions at all. He was like right at the point where he was like wondering what he wants to do for a job, so he's very job focused, and I was very like non-job focused. And yeah, we were just in a weird place. And since we got here, it's been really interesting because we have like quite easily worked our way up the chain, the corporate ladder, and now we're like important people at our jobs, which is very interesting because yeah, it took us probably like only one season, 6 months to like become important. And that's really like changed everything for us here in Whistler, because now like everything kind of revolves around our jobs and is very job focused, which is kind of cool. Like that we ended up being like, you know, we were good at our last jobs and then we come here and then we're sorry, I really can't talk. Steph, maybe you can bring me some water. No? Okay. It's like being really funny that I have been a manager and like Stefan has been a manager too, which is really, really cool because like we definitely were not expecting that from him. We did like, he did explore like DJing and stuff, but people in Whistler don't really like dubstep, so that kind of sucks. Can you bring me my water? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, back to the point. That was my intentions. But back to the point of all that is like, yeah, I think people come here with like not super clear intentions of what they want out of coming here, which is like totally fair because a lot of people come here just to like do something crazy and new, which is awesome. But it's definitely a place, Whistler and any like ski resort, is that you can like easily get sucked into like a completely different lifestyle than you're used to, because it's definitely a place that there's like, you know, the party never stops. There's a party every day. You know, it's a holiday destination, especially in winter. Like everyone's coming here, everyone's having fun, everyone's drinking. Not only like, you know, the people coming here on holiday, but then obviously everyone that lives here too. Like it's such a fun place to live, and every day is like such an adventure and such fun. And like especially in the work that we do, we work with like huge groups of people. So at my location there's like 80 staff, so there's like 80 people that have birthdays and like get-togethers and going aways and whatever. So every night there's something on, which is really fun and really awesome, and you get to meet a lot of people and have a great time. But it can easily like wear you out and just turn into like a really shit time. It can make you waste a lot of money. It can just like really take you away from the things that like you actually care about. And so it's like you've come here to have fun, come here for something new, but then you've kind of like dug yourself into like a whole different lifestyle. So I think yeah, just be careful with that. And I think it's really important to hold on to the things that you actually really care about, because that can slip too. And that's kind of like, it's kind of sad. Like you definitely lose all routine. Like any routine that you have back home, you lose that. Like for me or for Stefan as well, like in winter, we struggle so much to even cook dinner. Like back home, we'll cook dinner every night, go gym every night. And here, like cooking dinner is just like, or cooking like a balanced meal is such a difficult task, or like going to the gym or doing any exercise other than like snowboarding. Just like hard, like everything's harder. I don't know why. I don't know if this is for everyone or just like it's especially for me. Yeah, all the things that I used to do for my morning routine, like for the most part until like probably 3 months ago, like I wasn't doing any of it. And that's crazy that like I had such good habits, and then I came here and then I lost them all. So that's pretty scary. But yeah, I think just keep trying to like remind yourself of what you actually like enjoy here, and like party, like that's fine, but you should only be here for one season. And if you're here to just party, don't stay for more than a season, because if you're like just partying, oh, I've really lost my voice. I'm just gonna read the comment from my friend. Best memories were when you're up on the mountain doing sober things. Literally though, it's so funny, like the times you have partying, really fun, like definitely fun, clubbing, whatever. When I first got here, I drank all the time, which is like so unlike me. I drank all the time and I did have fun, but I feel like the moments that really connect you with your friends are times that you're like not drinking. You know, like if you have Christmas dinner together, or like if you like if you're on the mountain, you have a great day on the mountain, or like share a fun experience that like you haven't done before. Those are like the nights that you remember, and they're the things that bring you closer to your friends, because like anyone can just go out and get drunk together, but like when you do things that's like a family would do, or like real close friends would do, that's when it really like brings you together. And yeah, that's definitely something I was not autistic in me, that just like doesn't consider other people and doesn't consider that anyone would want to like be friends with me. But no, like not even kidding, not one part of me I don't think even once I didn't think about making friends. Like, maybe I'll look back on my old videos and see if I said something about friends. I might have, but like thinking back now, I don't, like, that was not a thought in my mind about having friends. And it's actually been so funny that like, yeah, like I have actually made friends, and it's been so great. And like, who would have thought that? Like, who would have thought that? Not me. Like Stefan's friends with a Canadian, which is super cool. And my friend, she's from the Netherlands, and she's not here anymore. She's in bed. She left me, but like, you know, I made such good friends especially from my first season. Like that was like such a, what do you call it? Like, you know, more than a core memory. Like it just changes your brain. It does some crazy shit. Like, let me tell you that. So that also, like when you stay here, then you just get excited for everyone else to feel that as well. Like, especially being a manager, I get to see people like have their first winter. Like that's so fun. Like, look how fired up I am. That's so exciting. Knowing that they get to experience what I experienced, and their OG family is like this winter, and I've already experienced that. Like, that's crazy. And now I'm a part of their first winter. Lord, it's exciting. What else wish I prepared for? I wish I talked to my family and friends more, to be honest. Like, time can slip away pretty easily here, and if you don't hold a regular routine of like calling your friends, time can slip away from you, and that is sad. But although like when you do get back, obviously like it's like nothing's changed, which is really nice. But I do wish I had made more of an effort to like talk to my family members and talk to like my grandparents and that kind of thing. I should have. I'm just like not a person that like talks on the phone, really. I mean, I talk here on the internet for everyone to see, but I don't know, I'm not a talk on the phone kind of gal. Like other than to my mum, that's fine. I talk to my mum on the phone for like 3 hours at a time, so I have to be like really I can only call her at certain times because I know like my whole night is gone, which is fine. I love that. But yeah, I wish I talked to my family more. And then the other question I didn't write down because I was like, yeah, I'll remember it. Why would I remember it? Like, when have I ever remembered anything ever? It was something like, what was like the difference between what you expected getting your visa and then like how it actually went. And that was probably another question, but it was something like that. The only thing I really wrote down, like, don't do this, but just know most of the immigration officers, I'm going back to what we were talking about before, they don't really check your stuff. You get told you have to have all these documents, but they don't really check. So honestly, still get the things though. That's the thing. Still get the things. You know, like a lot of people ask you about the health insurance because I know like when you get your visa and you're like doing your flights and doing everything and like you're feeling really good, and then you look up how much insurance costs and you're like, oh my God. And you immediately are like, why? Like, I don't need this. Like, this is so expensive. This is such a waste of money. Like, I hate this. Like, I don't have the money for this. There has to be a cheaper option. But I'm just going to say right now, there's not really a cheaper option. If it's like between $1,000 to $2,000, or like $1,500 to $2,000, that's a correct amount. And you're not going to get it any cheaper. And even if the immigration people are not going to check, you should just get it anyway, because imagine if you just got the 1 year insurance to save money, and then like you went to the thing and then they like gave you only a 1 year visa. Like you've just lost a year. And let me tell you, a year goes fast here. So don't do that, but definitely like, yeah, you need insurance. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to share the photos with you, but I broke my wrist here and it was disgusting. And it cost me like roughly like $3,000. So if I didn't have insurance, I would have been $3,000 out of pocket. And it could have been way worse than that, to be fair. Like, that was just my wrist. If you come to Whistler, especially winter, I mean, really any time of year, if the bike park's open or if the mountain's open, you're going to see people like walking around, like limping, like knee braces, broken wrists, like cast on the wrist, shoulder in a sling. Like, you see it all, like all the time. Like, everyone is hurt. Like, that you can't walk down the street without seeing someone hurt. And if you're lucky enough to go to the hospital when you're here in winter, let me tell you, that is an experience. There are just people falling apart everywhere. Like, just broken bones, broken knees, broken hips, concussions. There's shit going down all the time. What was the point of this? Yeah, insurance. So don't think that you're above insurance. You need it. Yeah, even if nothing was to happen to you, like, even if you think you're like the most fit, like best snowboarder, like, yeah, I've never hurt myself snowboarding, like it's not worth the risk. So definitely get insurance. And yeah, now I'm just thinking about my wrist. God, that was so gross. I'm gonna I'm putting this out here to the universe, to you guys. I'm really gonna try this year to like be a better snowboarder. Like, I have it in me. Other people can do it. I can do it. Like, I'm not so, like, I have arms, I have legs, I have a working body. There's nothing wrong with my body. All it is my freaking head, because I'm so freaking scared. So once I get past that, once I get past my anxiety, y'all better watch out, because I'm going to be hitting the slopes. I'm going to be doing shit. I'm going to be curving. I'm going to be all over. Okay? I just got to not be scared. Like, what? That's so simple. Like, I'll just not be scared. Because every time I go to do something, I'm like, I hesitate. And I'm like, nah. Like, I don't have it in me. But hopefully this year there's like a little bit more snow. Because I feel like when there's snow, I'm not really that scared. Because you just fall into fluff, into like a cloud. You fall into like a marshmallow. Like, you fall into nothing. So, like, when there's snow, I feel good. When there's ice, I don't feel good. I don't feel good about falling on the ice. Like, I freaking hurt myself really a lot last season. I only went up, I think, 14 times, according to my slopes app. But top speed are like 27 kilometers. So, yeah. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, falling on the ice. I fell a lot. Hurt my knee, hurt my butt. My butt was sore. That's probably too much TMI. My butt was sore for like a long time. Like, I'm gonna say months. My knee was bad for a long time. It didn't hurt. No, well, it hurt, but it wasn't like a joint thing. It was just like a huge bruise. And then now, if I like touch a spot on my knee, it's numb. Do I go to the doctor for that? Oh, it's actually, yeah. Like, every now and then I'll be like, ooh. I'm just feeling my knee. Oh, yeah, it's like literally, like, you know that feeling when you feel like where it's numb, but like you can feel it? So that's probably not good. But I'm not going to go to the doctor over that, you know? Like, is that worth going to the doctor? Someone let me know. You guys are all on here. Do I go to the doctor if like a tiny bit of my knee is like numb? But there's no pain. No, it's fine. But anyway, I did hurt myself a lot last season. Nothing major, thank God. No broken anything. But I was just like sore. But I did learn to turn, so that's good. And that's really all I did. I learned to turn, but that's like a win's a win. A win's a win. basically, yeah, so I'm gonna try and get really good at snowboarding. So, because I need to be a snowboarder. Like, I'm clearly a snowboarder. Like, look at me. Like, I scream snowboard energy. So I need to freaking do it. I need to be freaking turning out there. Might even try and get a little jump action, you know? I'm going crazy. I don't know. Once I get past my fear. So if anyone has any suggestions how to not be scared. You know what it is? I think I'm going to get less scared when I get more confident. But I can't get more confident until I get less scared. But I'm gonna go to a lesson. Which it will kill me. Which, like, you don't understand. Like, I can move to another country. That's fine. That's totally fine. There's a lot of things that I can do in life. And then very easy, simple things to some people are impossible to me. So the thought of going to a ski lesson, like a snowboard lesson with a group of people, is like my worst nightmare. I should just pay for a private lesson. I don't know. I'm still working on that. If you guys have any suggestions, like, let me know. But like, the thought of a group lesson, worst possible thing that I can imagine in my life. I don't know why. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. This was fun. I'm gonna post it on somewhere. I'm gonna post on YouTube probably, because this is a YouTube live, but I am gonna post this for anyone that didn't get to see. And yeah, I'm gonna post more videos because I've been really slack. I'm gonna like post some footage of us going to Australia, and on like little sit bats. But I've been working. So yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to see, because I feel like I've talked about everything there is to talk about. But I'm gonna keep trying to talk about more stuff, because you never know, because some people only watch one of my videos. So I've got to keep going. And yeah, I appreciate anyone that actually came and like looked at this video, whether it's live or whether it's afterwards. Appreciate y'all always. And I'm super excited for winter. It's my third winter in Whistler, and I'm really excited. And yeah, I think that's it.